went straight to Ollivander's. Because that was like the biggest deal was that I wanted to get a wand, like a real wand from Ollivander's, like actual shop in Diagon Alley, because I had never been to Diagon Alley before. They built that after I left. What did you think of Diagon Alley?
It was super, super good. It was completely immersive. The second you walk past the walls to get into Diagon Alley, it's like you're not even in Universal. It's its own, it's its own thing.
Yeah.
And it was super cool. All the shops were unique. All the cast members that were there and stuff, they were dressed in wizard and witch clothing.
And they call us all muggles.
Yeah, and they call us all muggles. And then you can actually buy like authentic robes while you're there.
Yeah.
And so there were guests walking around in
the robe.
House robes, like Slytherin, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff. And
it
so
just added.
Yeah, it just made you feel even more like you were in the Harry Potter world. So it was amazing. Everyone was walking around with their wand. I mean, everybody. I did not see one person. Entire families of like 6 all had wands. So it was really, really cool.
It was really cool.
Completely added to everything.
So we went into the Diagon Alley, and then we walked straight to Ollivander's. We walked like immediately in. There was no line or anything like that. There was just like the portion where you're waiting to go into the actual like show portion. So we were waiting there, and we were in the very, very back. And so I just like told Shelby, I was like, okay, so like we're not gonna get picked, and that's okay, because we're gonna watch someone else get picked, and like that's the whole reason why we're here, is that like we want to experience it. And so I just wanted to see it all happen. I'd watched so many videos of it, and we've been reading the Harry Potter books. I've been reading them again. Shelby's been reading them for the first time. We watched every Harry Potter movie recently. Like, we're super into it right now. And so then we're going in, and we were like in the very, very back. And so then the guy like asks the shorter people to step forward. He like made sure that everybody could see inside of the showroom, which was really, really nice. I wish that was something that Disney did. So like I was short, and this other girl was short, that we were in the very back. And so I was like, oh yeah, like come on. And so I tried to like make extra room for her. And then Ollivander, the guy that's playing Ollivander, he like points at me and he says, you. And I was like, like, no, you're not picking me. Like, this isn't gonna happen. And then he picked me, and I got to do the whole thing. So I got to go up to the front in front of everybody, and I got my wand, and I got to do like 2 different tests with these other wands that he thought would work for me. And like one of them made like something explode on the wall, and the other one made all these bookshelves fall. And then like when I got the one that he was gonna give me like as my real wand, like the one that chose me, it has a phoenix tail feather in it. It like the whole room like lit up, and wind started blowing around me, just like in the Harry Potter movie. And then I started crying like so hard. I couldn't stop crying. Like after the show, like I was acting really excited during the show because I didn't want to cry in front of everybody and just like ruin it. That would be really bad if like the person that got picked was just like sobbing the whole time. But immediately after we got out of that room, I was just bawling when we were walking up to go pay for my wand. I was just bawling. Like it was the best experience ever. I was so happy. It was the best part of my day. It was the best part of Shelby's day. It was amazing.
It was really,
so
really
happy.
good. Yeah, it was amazing. It was super cool. And then once you leave the show, they actually you go out into the main part of the shop, where you can actually, from like all the shelves of wands, it's like a ton of wands, like hundreds of wands, and it looks like it's just props. But you can actually go up and select a case for the wand, and like each case has a wand in it, and you can buy your own wand. It's not as special as being like chosen for the Ollivander wand, because those wands are unique. They give out unique wands that aren't alike, basically. I mean, you can still buy a wand from the shop if you want.
Yeah, so the one that I got, they don't sell it. It's only given to people, which was really cool, because like we kept walking around, and I didn't know that. We were walking around to all these little wand kiosks, and I was trying to find my wand because I wanted to know like the name of it, because they all have different names. And the girl was like, oh, they don't give, like, you can't buy those, they're only given, so you were the chosen one. And she was like, congratulations on being the chosen one. I was like, oh, that's really cool. But it still has the remote in it, so I could still do all the magic and stuff. So that was the next thing that we did. immediately after I got my wand,
Yeah.
we just started playing with it.
Walked around all of Diagon Alley and just did magic tricks and stuff, or spells. Magic spells.
Spells. So, in every single box that has a wand in it, that has the remote, it has a map of both Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, and they have these certain areas where there's a little like motion sensor camera. You can see it in a window or in a, I don't know, like a statue or something like that. And when you cast this exact, you have to do it exactly correct in front of the remote sensor with your wand. So if it's Wingardium Leviosa or something like that, you have to like do the Wingardium Leviosa like swish and flick. You have to do that exact swish and flick or else it won't work. So a lot of time was spent just trying to figure out how to do all these spells, but then something will happen. Like I cast a spell on an umbrella and it made it rain, and then I cast a spell on a book and it opened up and it told like a little story. Different stuff like that happened. So it was really, really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So.
that was the best part. Then what else?
Well, while we were walking around doing spells and stuff, we actually caught the show for Beetle and the Bard, right?
Yeah.
Which is basically the story of the three brothers, the Deathly Hallows. And that was really cool. There's a kid crying right now.
Yeah.
So we sat there and we watched that, and that show was really cool and really funny. So that was a lot of fun to do. And let's see, what else did we do? We went to Nocturne Alley, which was a lot of fun. We went in there and you get to see like the chest that Madame Moody is kept in, and it's actually shaking. You can hear him yelling inside the chest.
At Borgin and Burke's, the shop inside Diagon Alley.
Yeah. That was really cool. We got 2 tank tops from there.
Death Eater tank tops. And who gave us those?
Let's look. So, Lana gave us those.
Lana, our neighbor.
And Christina.
Oh, and the wand that I got picked with, the wand we paid for with Christina's money. So my wand actually came from Christina. So thank you so much. Thank you. Probably like the best thing, like the funnest thing that we did was
at Universal,
that whole day at Universal was just playing with the wand. We spent so many hours just playing with the wand.
I'm pretty sure.
Because there's a lot of different spells. There's like 20 something.
Yeah, well, it's like, so after we were done in Diagon Alley and stuff, in Nocturne Alley, which is within Diagon Alley that you can like go to and everything, we actually went to King's Cross Station. So you leave that and you take a right and go like just a few feet, and you end up in King's Cross Station, and then you go to platform 9 3/4, get on the Hogwarts Express, and it's a moving train. It really moves, and it takes you down to Hogsmeade.
At the other park, Islands of Adventure.
Yeah. And at Hogsmeade, there's even more spells you can do with the wand. So we spent like a good hour and a half, 2 hours at Diagon Alley doing spells, and then went to Hogsmeade and spent another hour and a half, 2 hours doing spells.
Yeah.
But
what did we do after Nocturne Alley?
So after Nocturne Alley, what did we do?
The first ride. We had already spent like 4 hours in the park doing nothing.
Yeah, so we spent 4 hours in the park just browsing, shopping, just totally immersed, and just so grateful for the fact that we were in Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
We actually went into Gringotts and rode the ride Escape from Gringotts.
Which was so cool.
Which was really, really good. It was a lot of fun.
It definitely is a different type of ride, because the first part is definitely like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
If you have a drop, you go through, but it's really, the roller coaster part is very short.
Yeah, it's like...
And then it's an immersive simulator 3D
Yeah, it's
movie.
like maybe a 30-second coaster ride, and then it turns into a simulator 3D, which is not bad. It's still really fun and really good.
It's just that a lot of stuff at Universal is a 3D simulator ride.
Yeah. So.
But after Diagon Alley, we went to Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade, yes. And at Hogsmeade, we went, before spells or anything, went directly to the castle and rode the Forbidden Journey, which in my opinion, was way better than Escape from Gringotts. They're both really good, really good, and I would ride both of them a million times.
Yeah, they're both the best rides in Universal.
But I think the Forbidden Journey is better.
Why do you think it's better?
It's a lot more immersive. It really is a lot more immersive, and it's a lot more fun, and it really gives you the simulation that you're flying.
Yeah.
On like a broom or something with Harry and.
Do you think that it's because there's more animatronics in it that it feels more immersive, because it's not just a bunch of screens?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because in Escape from Gringotts, it's really just like a 30-second coaster ride, and everything's just screen 3D based. The entire ride relies on a screen. But when you get to the Forbidden Journey over in Hogsmeade, there's like some screen stuff, and then there's a lot of animatronics, and there's like a giant spider animatronic, which is I forget his name. Aragog.
And there's the dragon.
Scares the crap out of you. And then there's the dragon in there as well. And then there's a bunch of Dementors that actually try and like suck out your happiness.
Yeah, they suck out your soul, and then one of the Dementors takes a picture of every single person in the cart, because the cart is on an arm and it's grabbing the chairs that you're sitting in, and the arm rolls around. It's very, very immersive, kind of like what is it? A new innovative way to make a ride. And it's really, really cool, except for the fact that it breaks down a lot. So they haven't made another ride like that. The simulators are really easy because 3D simulators don't break down as often.
I didn't even know it broke down a lot. When we were there, it never broke down. Because it never broke down when we rode it. But it does break down. It does break down quite a bit. I think we rode it twice.
Yeah,
2 or 3 times.
Yeah, we rode it twice. But the arm cars, one of the Dementors takes a picture of you really, really quickly, so you don't even realize that it's happening. And then in the fog, you see all of the faces of everybody. So the Dementor has sucked out all of our souls, and it's like in the air, and it's very cool.
It is definitely one of the coolest rides. It's the best ride.
Yeah.
So definitely recommend doing that.
Yes.
Then we got off and then we did the Hippogriff, which is a coaster ride, but it's like a second long.
The tiniest coaster.
It is literally the only reason to go on it is to see Bugbeak.
Bugbeak in the beginning.
You told me that, and I was like, no, let's just go on it, and it really is just to see Bugbeak.
Yeah.
There's no other reason to do it.
And you go by him so quickly, but he's huge. I just wish he was out.
He's like, you get in the car, and then he's 5 seconds into the ride, he's right there, and you never see him again.
Yeah.
It's over, you never see him.
Yeah.
So, we rode it once, and that was all I needed. Mm-hmm. That's about it. And then we went to the 3 broomsticks. Mm-hmm. Where we got some food, got some fish and chips, which is really good. And I had my first butterbeer there.
Yes.
And that was amazing. The entire time before we came here, I've been like having knockoff butterbeers, and I was like, man, this is what it tastes like. I don't really care. It tastes like cream soda, but it tastes way better than cream soda.
It's so amazing.
Much better. Way, way better. It's amazing. It's amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went and did more spells in
shops.
In shops in Hogsmeade.
Yep.
And that was it for Harry Potter World for a while, and then we left. And we went to Jurassic Park and did the Jurassic ride.
And so many dinosaurs are broken and just taken out. Like they don't move, or they don't pop up anymore.
Okay, so if it's your first time riding it, which it was my first time, not hers, it was good. It was a lot of fun, and there was one dinosaur that was broken. You could tell it was broken.
You could so tell. It was a brontosaurus, and its neck was sideways.
It had a broken neck, but it was still really good, and it was a lot of fun. I would recommend going on it. It is like a wet ride.
Yeah, it's a very wet
Splash
ride.
Mountain. But it's a lot of fun. But she was disappointed in it because I guess there was like a ton of dinosaurs at the beginning that was only taken out. There's one dinosaur at the very beginning. It's that broken brontosaurus, but I guess there used to be like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah, why would they make a ride where the first half only has one dinosaur? Why would they? Of course they're missing.
Yeah. But it was fun. It was really good. We got really wet on that, and that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And then after that, we went on Kong.
Kong was good.
And I was so excited for it. It's supposed to be, the biggest animatronic?
It is the biggest moving animatronic.
It is definitely, it is so big. It is huge.
But it is just his head and shoulders. It's not.
It's like his head, shoulders, and like upper pecs.
Yeah, but he is huge. He's very lifelike. His nostrils, his like the muscles in his face, his eyes, everything is very lifelike.
They make him roar and everything, and it like rattles the car.
Yes.
It is so good.
And the 3D, because I hate 3D. I don't really like simulators. If Harry Potter World didn't exist, I wouldn't go to Universal. But the 3D in that Kong ride and the simulation is really good if you sit in the middle section of anywhere, because you can't see the bottom part of the screen. So it moves so fluidly that it does feel like you are actually in the scene. The stuff is actually happening to you. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it was amazing. I was completely immersed in it. Like, it's good. I would ride it again.
Yeah.
If,
I would ride it
If we went to
again.
Universal again, I'd ride that. Just Harry Potter, Kong, Jurassic, Spider-Man. That's it. Spider-Man.
What about the Mummy?
Oh yeah, and the Mummy.
Okay, but talk about what we did after Kong.
Okay, so after Kong, we went to the comic book land, and that was really cool. It was like taking place in New York, because all the Marvel comics take place in New York.
Yes.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
But we went there, and it was really cool. We went on the Spider-Man ride, which again is a 3D ride. But that was really, really good. It was so good.
It was really good.
It was a lot of
but
fun.
in the queue leading up to it, so I've ridden this ride several times. It was one of Christy and my favorites when Christy was like my Universal buddy. We always went to Universal together. So I've ridden this ride many times, and I've gone through the queue so many times. And the entire queue is this old, it's supposed to be like a black and white paper, like you're working at the Daily Bugle, like under J. Jonah Jameson and stuff. And so, like, we're walking through the queue, and there's this vibrantly bright Spider-Man figure, like, sitting in a very awkward position, like, on one of the tables. So I stopped, because I'm like, in my head, I know that's not supposed to be here. So I, like, turned back around to Shelby, and I, like, kind of, like, put my hand on him, because I was like, something's gonna happen, but I didn't have time to, like, say it. And then Shelby, like, kind of turned me back around, because he was like, why are you stopping? And then Spider-Man, like, jumped out and stuck, like, his hand in my face, and it scared me so bad, because I was like, oh, something's not right, and then he totally scared the crap out of me. And it wasn't like he
so
yelled or
funny.
anything. He was just like, hey, how you doing? And it was like, so...
It was a dude in a Spider-Man costume, and he did just the best, like, Spider-Man impression, but it was so, like, out of there at her that it was a
really good Spider-Man impression. It was a really good one.
It was so funny, though. It was so good.
Yeah, and the costume was really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did we do after that? Because we're running out of battery and we're taking way too long.
Okay, so let's go through this real quick. So Poseidons Fury was next, and that was a lot of fun.
The Spider-Man ride, though, is the most, like, innovative, like, new type of ride ever. Like, it has all this spinning. It is a simulator, and it is a bunch of screens, and you do wear 3D glasses, but there's so much stuff that happens to you and your car, and, like, the scenes and stuff, and going up and down. It's really, really cool. But after that, Poseidons Fury. Did you like Poseidons Fury?
I did. I liked it a lot. It's more of like a show, so you walk along with it, and there's a guy that's acting, and the actor made it.
The actor did make it.
If he wasn't as good as he would, I don't know if I would like it that much, and I don't think I'd go again.
But the effects were really cool.
It was. It really was.
The water, like the water tunnel that you walk through, and the big flashes, and the fire, and the water effects. It's not a simulator. We should just be thankful it's not a simulator.
But it's also not like a ride.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but it's a really good story.
It is.
Really
it's definitely
cool.
It's a good story. It's about like a high priestess that like sacrifices like an entire like basically
everyone that worships Poseidon and lives in his like temple area died, and all those people. And
so they can gain power to take on Poseidon. There's a big clash and everything.
But it is something that Disney does not have, is an immersive storytelling area like that.
No, they don't.
And so that's really, really cool.
It is very cool, yes.
So next we went back on the Hogwarts Express.
Yeah. We went back on Hogwarts Express to get back to the other side of the park. So that
which
we
is
could,
Studios.
Yes, so that we could go on Men in Black, which was a lot of fun. It's very similar to Toy Story Midway Mania and
Buzz Lightyear. I think more Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, no,
but you're moving
yeah.
through a city, and so the I don't know if you would call it facades, but like the structures that you're going through are actually physically there. It's not like you're on a moving car like shooting at just targets. You're shooting actual like figures.
Yeah, and it's not 3D.
Yeah.
No, so that's really good. That was a lot of fun. And then we
Rode the Simpsons.
Rode the Simpsons, which is 3D simulated again, but it was really, really good and a lot of fun as well. Definitely super funny. I would go on it. And then we went on Transformers, which was good.
Another simulator.
Another simulator, not as good as Spider-Man. If you have time to do one of those, do Spider-Man.
Yep.
And then we did The Mummy, which was really fun and really good and amazing. I really liked it. I had a lot of fun doing it. And then we went on the new Fast and Furious ride.
Oh, it's so bad.
That's all I have to say. It's not worth it. Don't.
It's so bad.
I wouldn't do
I
it.
don't even understand the story, and that's the biggest part of it.
It's definitely so the new Fast and Furious ride was definitely modeled off of the last 2, maybe 3 movies. So if you're expecting like a high intensity, like you're in the race car during a race or something, like say Fast and Furious or Too Fast, Too Furious, the first 2 movies, don't go on it. I went on that expecting that, and I got the last 3 movies where it's just explosions, unrealistic. Vin Diesel jumped out of a moving car and grabbed a helicopter.
I think he does that in the movie, right?
I'm pretty sure he does. I haven't seen the last one.
But it's